Hello, everyone. Welcome to my corner tea bar. You know, I've recorded a couple of videos and I erased them because I started ranting. I wanted to talk about stuff about kind of like philosophy and things beyond tea, but I realized that it's pointless. People are not going to listen. We are in a time in which people are just not going to listen to anything. They just want to be upset. So hopefully you're not one of those. So um, today we are talking about a tea from Stone Leaf Tea House, um, a Dajeerling first flush from the Rohini State, which is apparently one of the youngest states. The tea in that region was brought by the British in the 1800s because they had conflicts with China, which was the monopoly of tea production at the time. I think there was a war actually with China at the time, and so they created these states, to produce a hybrid of the Camellia sinensis and Camellia assamica that will do better there. It's a cooler region than Assam region, and it's kind of like 6,000 feet or something like that. I've never been there. I know. I just did a little bit of research this time before talking about anything. This here I already drunk some. The leaves are here, and I will show you those leaves. What else? I made a little note. It's well, the yelling is in the West Bengal area. They don't make much profit, and the whole area of the yelling doesn't make much profit nowadays because of the lack of market. It used to be the Soviet Union were what made them grow the most, but now they don't have a big market and they've had to change a little bit their process um, to the taste of who can be buying, which has brought things to a smoother kind of first flush thing. And I have tried a few Dajeerlings. Have a Some people love them, and I'm like, it's alright, not that's not my cup of tea really. But this one, maybe because they're catering to our palate, I noticed the first time before I did any research. I just had it, and I was like, "What the hell? What's this? Is not black tea. It doesn't taste like black tea at all." Um, and I was like, "It's almost like a green tea, white tea mix." And now that I'm reading their description in their website, Stone Leaf website, the links are going to be in the description. They're talking about it like it is um, fixed pretty early on. So the oxidation is stopped pretty early. You can see it in the dried leaves, and you can see it also in the leaves here. They're pretty green. I mean, last time I drank it, I was like, I could compare it a little bit with the the way a Longjing feels. Like a dragon well, almost. Obviously not the same, but it had that herbaceous, non-floral, no woody, nothing, none of that stuff. It had none of that. Uh, what would you call it? Burnt caramel, chocolatey, cocoa, whatever you want to call it. Black tea thing that you will get from Dianghong or from any other black tea. So even Lapsang. I've actually had the yielding Lapsang, and it was amazing. It was, yeah, that was a good one, and it was very similar to the way you have a social Lapsang taste. Without the smoke. I don't like the smoky kinds. So this one was also um, Don't smoke. And yeah, so it has that cooked asparagus green tea thing. I mean, look at these green leaves. You see? So it is definitely, these are like used leaves from yesterday, I think. But you saw the color of those leaves. It was quite a thing. Um, it's really nice to smell it though. Like it has a very nice, like recently cut lawn. And I said last time, I mean, I recorded the video, but I was just like, ranting about. I've just had too many people get too political with me lately, and can have an opinion about anything without it being a good versus bad. Everything is like, if you disagree, you're a bad person. So I deleted it. So the grass, when you cut it right after like a rain, and you have like the grass is growing and it's been kind of rainy and whatever, and you have to cut it, and it's a day after it was rained on, particularly fresh, chlorophyll like smell in the air. And this is how these grass clippings kind of taste and smell. And it's the smell is more like that. The flush is very nice. I would not throw it away. I don't like throwing away the flush. I think it's good to drink it. I would not be giving the flush to a guest, of course, right? Um, the tea house says that they taste grape, pear, kiwi, and they would recommend it to people that like white tea. I'll say people that like white tea and the people that like green tea. You know, it would be a good, it would be a good thing. It's not expensive. It's $10 for 25 grams, and then it only gets cheaper the more that you order. It's in 2025. It's fresh. I wonder because it's such a close thing to a green tea, in my opinion. I mean, I haven't even shown you the color of the liquor. You can see it from there, but I wonder if you would have to be careful with storage, such as you have to be careful with storage in the case of green tea, so it doesn't start like changing flavors on you in a way that you may not like. You know, just to stop the oxidation, but still, there's some that's gonna happen. It's very nice. One thing about Stone Leaf Tea House that I like and why I keep coming back to them is because I'm a tea drinker that drinks tea all the time, and that means that I'm not always gonna want to be drinking something very special. Like if you're used to have like a cup of wine um, with your meal, you're not always gonna want to have like a very expensive like bottle of wine opened and have every time you have wine be this very that you need to have all your senses like but a good enough like good nice daily drinker and I find like pretty much all of the teas like amazing daily drinkers, the ones that are cheaper, um like really good value, really good daily drinkers, amazing thirst quenchers, like good mood afterwards. They have like a good what you will call a key, a chi, that mood that you get afterwards. They're they're easy to drink. They are just um, not overwhelming. So that's why I like Stone Tea Leaves houses for those daily drinkers. and they got a little bit more expensive tea that is very impressive as well. Like, so one, for instance, that I really liked was a moonlight in a video that I was by the creek. I don't remember the name of the video, and I ended up going back and buying more because it was amazing. So they have very amazing teas, but in their mid-range, kind of like cheaper teas, you should order all of them. And they have a huge variety of organic teas. So order all of them. You're gonna receive a big box full of little things like this, and you will be very happy. You will have so much material for videos and stuff if you're doing that. I guess I made this video too long, and hope you enjoyed it. We'll talk next time.